In this video, we're going to take a look at the learning target, I can multiply two trinomials. So what does it look like to multiply trinomials? Remember, a trinomial is a polynomial that has three terms. So we're multiplying one polynomial of three terms by a second polynomial of three terms. So I'm going to take my first term, that x squared, and I'm going to multiply it by the first term of my second trinomial. And then I'm going to multiply it by the second term and the third term. Once you finish multiplying the first term of the first trinomial by all of the terms in the second trinomial, you're going to move on to the second term in the first trinomial. So then I'd multiply the 3x by the first term, the second term, and the third term of the second trinomial. Once you finished with the second term, you'd move on to the third term, the 4, and you'd multiply the 4 by the first term, the second, and the third of the second trinomial. Once you've completed all of those steps, you would then go ahead and add your like terms to simplify. That looks like. So if I start here, I'm taking that first term and I'm multiplying it by all three terms in my second trinomial. So 6n squared times 7n squared is going to give me 42n squared. Nope, 42n to the fourth. Because n squared times n squared, you add the exponents. That's why I have n to the fourth. Then we go and we do 6n squared times 6n. I'm going to have a positive since I have a positive outcome, and 6 times 6 is 36. N squared times n, this is really like n to the first. Now I have a total of 3 n's when I add my exponents. Then we're going to go from that first term, 6n squared, to the last term. 6 times negative 5 is going to give me negative 30. I don't have anything to do with the n squared since there are no n's in this last term. Once you've done the first term, you're going to go ahead and switch gears, and now I'm going to multiply that middle term by all three terms of the second trinomial. So negative 6n times 7n squared is going to give me negative 42n to the third. This is n to the first. 1 plus 2 gives me 3. Negative 6n times 6n is going to give me negative 36n squared. N times n is n squared. And then negative 6n times negative 5 is going to give me a positive 30n. Then lastly, I'm going to take that negative 5 and I'm going to multiply it through by all three parts. So negative 5 times 7n squared is going to give me negative 35n squared. Negative 5 times 6n is going to give me negative 30n. And then lastly, negative 5 times negative 5 is going to give me a positive 25. All right, now that we've done this, we need to go look and try to find all of my like terms so I can combine and simplify. So my first term is an n to the fourth term. I don't have any other n to the fourth terms. Next, I've got 36n cubed. Well, I see right here I have another n cubed term. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight those. Then I've got 30n squared, and I have another n squared term here, negative 36n squared, and I also have a negative 35n squared. And then I've got 30n. That's going to combine with this negative. Oops, that's the same color. Let's go ahead and switch colors here so we can actually see what's going on. There we go. And there are my n terms. All right, so let's go ahead and simplify these. So 42n squared is just going to stay as is. Now we're going to look at those n cubed terms. So positive 36n cubed minus 42n cubed is going to leave me with a negative 6n cubed. And then I have my n squared terms. So I have negative 30 n squared minus 36n squared, and then minus 35n squared. So I end up with a total of negative 101n squared. And then I have my n terms, 30n minus 30n. Those are going to cancel. Those are all gone. And then I'm going to bring down the plus 25 because I don't have any other constants to combine with that. So this would be my final result. All right, we're going to do one more. This would be a great time for you to pause, try this one on your own, and come back and check your work. So I'm going to start with my first term of my first trinomial, and I'm going to multiply it through to all three terms. So m squared times 7m squared is going to give me 7m to the fourth. 2 plus 2, I'm adding my exponents. M squared times negative 3m, this is like m to the first. So that's going to leave me with negative 3m cubed. And then m squared times negative 7 is going to give me negative 7m squared. Switching to that second term, I've got negative 7m, and I'm going to distribute that to all three terms in my second trinomial. So negative 7m times 7m squared is going to give me negative 49 m to the third. I'm going to switch colors here because we can't really see that very well. And then negative 7m times negative 3m is going to give me a positive, since there's two negatives, so positive 21m squared. And then negative 7m times negative 7 is going to give me a positive 49m. And then lastly, we're going to look at my last term, that negative 6, and I'm going to distribute it to all three terms. So negative 6 times 7m is going to give me negative 42m squared. Negative 6 times negative 3m is going to give me a positive 18m. And then negative 6 times negative 7 is going to give me a positive 42. Now we can go and highlight my like terms. I don't have any other m to the fourth terms, but my m to the third terms, I've got two here, negative 3m to the third and then negative 49m to the third. My m squared terms, I've got, that looks almost the same color. I've got 7m squared, I've got 21m squared, I've got negative 42m squared. And then I also have my m terms, I've got 49m and then 18m. So let's go ahead and simplify. So 7m to the fourth has no like term, so I'm just going to rewrite it. Negative 3m to the third minus 49m to the third is going to give me a negative 52m to the third. Remember, when we add negatives, we just get a bigger negative number, which is really a smaller number. Then I have negative 7m squared plus 21m squared minus 42m squared. That total is going to give me negative 28m squared. And then my m terms, I have 49 plus 18m is going to give me a total of 67m. And then I bring down the 42 because I don't have any other like terms. And there is my final answer to that trinomial times the other trinomial. If you need more help on this topic, you can check out the Learning Target spreadsheet for additional resources, videos, and practice.